So hi, welcome to the class. So now we have second exercise, second chapter, first exercise on compound interest without using formula. So what we are going to see is we are going to apply a simple interest concept alone without using the formula for compound interest. Okay, so let's start with the exercise. First question here says 16,000 is invested at 5% compound interest. Exercise 2A. We are talking about exercise 2A. 16,000 is invested at 5% compound interest compound per annum, and use the table given below to find the amount in 4 years. There is a table given. So the table has like this. First year they have calculated. So second, third, fourth and fifth we are going to calculate. Okay. So they are given initial amount and then interest, final amount. So the initial amount is 16,000 and the principal what they have told is 16,000. That is what initial amount is, and rate of interest is 5% per annum. Okay, and they have filled this already. How this came, you must be understanding that because of the formula. So what is the formula? Formula is going to be CI is equal to PRT by 100. For the first year it is P1. I'll take it as P1. So P1 is 16,000 and rate of interest is 5 by 100. And how many years we are talking about? Only 1 year. So any year it's only 1 year. So when I solve this, 0 cancels, we end up with 800. That's what they are written. Okay. Now for the second year, initial amount will be P2. P2 is going to be 800 plus P1, which is 16,000. That is 16,800. Okay. Our second year's compound interest will be P2 or T by 100, which is 16,800 into 5 by 100 into 1. Okay, same thing will happen again. We end up with 840. Okay, so this is 840. Initial amount is 16,800, and this will be 16,800, and the final amount will be 16,800 plus 840, which is 17,640. Okay, so 17,640. Now let's go for third year. This is the initial amount now, 17,640. So CI3 will be P3 RT by 100. So P3 is 17,640 into 5 by 100 into 1. So I'm going for 5 ones are 5 20s are 0 cancels. We should divide by 2 alone. So 2 8s are 16 and then 2. So we end up with 882. That is the interest here. So the principal will become now final amount. That final amount will be 17,640 plus 882. So which will be 18,522. 18,522 is the final amount at the end of the third year. So on the fourth year it is 18,522, and again interest I want. CI4 is equal to P3 RT by 100, which is 18,522 into 5 by 100 into 1. Again it will become 20. Now we'll get decimals. So we divide by 2 and put 1 point decimal there. That's enough. Okay. So 2 9s are 2 2s are 2 6s are 0.1. That will be the value. Yes, 926.1. So the final amount will be now P4. The P4 will be sum of 18,522 plus 926.1. So that sum will be sum of these two. So I can add it here only. 19,004. Yeah, 6 plus 2 8. 2 plus 2 4. Yeah, 4 8.1. Yes, 26 plus 22 is 44. 48, yes, and then 194. Everything is correct. So now 0.1. So the fifth term will be, this will be the interest, this will be the principal amount, and this will be last I'm going to calculate. So that is 19,448.1 into 5 by 20, 5 by 100, 5 ones are 520 is a same thing, we make it one decimal, we'll put it, okay, 2 9s are 18, 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 0.45. So this will be the interest, 972.45. And they want the amount means we can again add this. This will be 55 decimal point, 8 plus 2 10, 4 plus 7 11, 11 plus 1 the carry 12, again 4 plus 9 13, 13 plus 1 carry 14, and then 20,420.55. So the compound amount at the end of the fifth year is 20,420.55. We started with 16,000. At the end of the 5 year, it amounts to 20,420.55. Okay, so that is how you fill the table. So that's the end of this first question. So you can observe once before I rub it. So that is the table we filled. Now let's look at the second question. Second question is asking us to calculate. There are two sub questions. For the main question, it says calculate the amount and the compound interest. On first sub question is 6,000. On the principal of 6,000, and number of years is 3 years, right? And rate of interest is 5% per annum. Okay. So now we are going to do the same thing what we did in the first question as a table. Here first year, CI for the first year is P1 RT by 100, and P1 is nothing but 6,000, R is 5 by 100 into 1, this will cancel, we end up with 300. Okay, and compound amount will be CI1 plus P1, which is going to be 6,000 plus 300, 6,300. Okay, second year, coming to second year, CI2 will be P2 RT by 100, and P2 is 6,300, R is 5 by 100 into 1, again these two zeros will cancel, we end up with 315. Okay, so compound amount for the second year will be 6,300 plus 315, which is 6,615. So coming to the third year, CI3 will be P3 RT by 100. What is P3 now? This is the thing about P3. Okay, 6,615 into 5 by 100 into 1. This will become 20. So again divide by 2 as it is. 337 33, what we get is 2 3s are 6, 2 3s are 6, and then we should put a decimal, and then we should put a point also. 75. So this will be our next interest. So 330. So is the division correct? Let me see. Yeah, it's correct. 330.75. So what is the compound amount for the third year? Compound amount for the third year is going to be 6,615 plus 330.75. We end up with 0.75 as it is 5469545. Okay, that is the compound amount. So the total interest is going to be this minus this. The total interest we got is 6,945 0.75 minus 6000, which is 945.75 rupees. That will be the interest we have got totally. So that is end of the first question. In the second main question. Okay. Now the second sub question is changing the amount. The amount is 8,000 and it is 2.5 years, and then rate of interest is 15% per annum. Okay, 2.5 years, then till 2 years it is normal. For half year we need to take half of the rate of interest. Let's see. So the compound interest for the first year will be P1 RT by 100. So P1 is 8,000 and the rate of interest is 15 by 100 into 1. So this will cancel. 15 8s are 120, but it is 15 80s are 1,200 rupees. So the compound amount will be 1,200 plus 8,000. It becomes 9,200. That also becomes P2 for the second year. In the second year, it is P2 RT by 100. So P2 is 9,200. Rate of interest divided by 100 into 1. 0 0 cancels again. 15 90s are 1350. 15 2s are 30. Yeah, 1380. So this will be the principal for the third one. But third part is only for half year. So we are going to change this now. P3 RT by 100 into 2. That's because T by 2. Okay. So that is 1,380. 1,380. This is the principal. So we want compound amount, right? Compound amount is second year's 9,200 plus 1,380, which is 10,580. Okay. So now it is 10,580 into rate of interest 15 and 1 year 100 into 2. So 0 0 cancels. 3s are 2s are. So I end up with 53s are 150, 3,174. Yes. So it will be 3,150, 3 8s are 24 divided by 4. So we end up with 4 7s are 28. We end up with 37, 4 9s are 36 and 4 3s are 12.5. So this will be the interest. Okay, it is because only for half year, that's why it's lesser than this. It's not for 1 year. So compound amount is going to be 10,580 plus 793.5. So when you add that, it's going to be 11,000. So let's add it. 10,580 and then 793.5. So 0.5 remains as it is. 3 7 3 11. So it is 11,373.5. Okay. Now compare that with the principal and the amount. So the interest is going to be 11,373.5 minus 8,000. So it will become 3,373. That will be the interest. 0.5. So this is the answer for the second sub question for the second main question. It is same as that, only changes half year is there. So we need to calculate for half year. So divide by 2. Okay. So coming to third question. So please read third question. So the third question what we have is calculate the amount and the compound interest on the 4,600 in 2 years. 4,600 is the principal and 2 years what happens if the rate of interest is for the successive years are 10% and 12%. So that means R1 is 10%, R2 is 12%. So the rate of interest is changing. So our rate of interest is changing. For the first year it was 10%, second year it is 12%. Okay. So now 4,600 is the principal for the first interest. So P1 R1 T by 100. Okay, so P1 is 4600, R1 is 10 by 100 into 1, we end up with 460 rupees. So the compound amount as well as P2 will be 4600 plus 460, which is 5060 rupees. Getting it? Now compound interest for the second year will be P2 R2 T by 100. So P2 is actually 5060 and R2 is actually 12%, 12 by 100 into 1. So 0, 0 cancels. 2 6 are, 2 5 are. So this will be 6 5 are 3000, 36 I guess. Yeah, 5000, 506 into 6, it is going to be 3036 divided by 5. So we end up with 5 6 are 30, 5 60s are 300, 5 7s are 35, 5 2s are 10. 607.2 is the interest for the second year, and that means compound amount will be 5060 plus 607.2, which is 5667.2. So our compound interest totally is going to be difference between these two, that is 1067.2. So that will be the interest what we are looking at. So I am leaving that third question, second sub question in that question number 3, that I am leaving it to you. That is same as this question. Okay. So find the compound interest. Next question, fourth one. Find the compound interest correct to the nearest rupee on 2400 for 2.5 years at 5% per annum. So principal is 2400, duration is 2.5 years, and rate of interest is 5%. Okay, so first year again we have this. The compound interest 1 is equal to P1 R1 T1 by 100, that is 2400 into 5 by 100 into 1. So this, if you solve, 24 5s are 120 rupees. So the compound amount will be given by, we have, that is also equal to P2, which is 2520 rupees. That is sum of 2400 plus 120. Okay. So now compound interest for the second year will be P2 RT by 100, which is again 2520 into 5 by 100 into 1. So 0 0 cancels, 5 1s are, 5 2s are. We should divide this by 2. We get 126 rupees. Okay. The compound amount for the second year will be 2520 plus 126, which is 2646. Okay, so finally third part, that is only half year, which will be P3. This is P3 into R T by 2 now, because it is half year now. Okay, so which is 2646 into 5 by 100 into 2. So 5 1s are, 5 20s are. So we end up with 2646 divided by 40. So we'll divide by 4 and put a decimal properly. 4 6 are 24. 24, we have 44 now. Yeah, 4 6 are 24. We have 24 again. 4 6 are 24. And 4 1s are 4. And then, yeah, 20 is there, 4 5s are 661.5. So the compound amount is going to be, no, it's 66.15, because it should be almost half of this. So we have 2646 plus 66.5, which will be 2712.5. 2712.5. Okay. So then what is the rate of interest? What is the interest? Interest is 2712.5 minus 2400, which is 312.5. That is the total interest obtained. Okay. So that is fourth question. Coming to fifth one. So fifth one, let's see what is there in the fifth question. Calculate the compound interest for the second year on 8,000 for the second year. Only for the second year, but we cannot find directly second year. We need to find first year as well as then second year. Even though the duration is for 3 years, the question is only for the second year at 10% per annum. So the principal is 8,000, duration is 3 years, so rate of interest is 10%, and I want only second year's interest. So the compound interest 1 is PRT, P1 RT by 100, which is 8,000 into 10 by 100 into 1, which is simply 800. Okay, the compound amount will be P1 plus compound interest 1, which is 8,800. Okay, second year they're asking, second year it is going to be P2 RT by 100, which is 8,800 into 10 by 100. We end up with 880, and our answer is only this much, because they're asking interest for the second year. That's it. We don't want even compound amount, we just wanted compound interest. Okay. Question number 6 I will not be solving, I'll just giving you the clue. So A borrowed 2,500 from B at 12% per annum compound interest. After 2 years, A gave 2,936. This involves 436 interest plus a watch. So watch is compensating the remaining interest. So what I should do is, you should find the interest. Suppose if your interest is 3,000 and she is now giving 2,936, when you subtract what is there, that is balanced by the watch. Okay, so you find, I don't know, it's 3,000 or something else, you find out the total interest and then subtract 2,936 from that. That is your work now. So let's go to question number 7. Question number 7 is again successive change in percentage. Successive rate of interest is changing, so that you can do later 6%, 8% and 10%. So let me solve one last question, that is question number 8, and the remaining 2 are your work again, 9 and 10. So question number 8 says Meena lent 75,000 for 3 years. Okay, if the rate of interest for the first 2 years is 15% and the last year is going to be 16%, calculate the amount at the end of the third year. So it is 75,000. So compound interest 1 is P1 RT by 100, R1 T by 100, which is 75,000 into 15 into 1 divided by 100. So 100 cancels. We end up with 15 into 750. So 15 700s are 10,500. 15 50s are 7,500. So it is 750, right? 15 5s are 75. 15 50s are 70, 750, and yeah. So this will be 11,450, 11,250. This is the P2. This is also equal to 11,250 is also equal to P2. Check the calculation again. Let me check it. So 15 700s are 10,500 and 15 50s are 750. Correct. Everything is correct. So now coming to compound interest for the second year, P2 R2 T by 100. Okay, but for the second year the rate of interest is 16% per annum. So let's see, 11,250 into 16 into 1 divided by 100. 0 0 cancels. 2 8s are 2 5s are. So we need to divide this 1125 by 5. 5 2s are 10. 5 2s are 10. 5 5s are 25. Okay, so 225 into 8. So 225 2s are 450. 450 2s are 900. So we get 1,800, I guess. Okay, so we did a mistake here. Sorry for that. This 11,250 is not the principal, it is the interest. The compound amount is actually 75,000 plus 11,250, which will be 86,250. Okay, for this we have to calculate the interest for the second year. Compound interest is principal 2, that is also equal to P2, not this one. So R2 P by 100, which is 86,250 into 16 by 100 into 1. So 2 8s are 0 0 cancels, 2 5s are, so 5 17s are 85, 5 2s are 10, 5 5. So now we have 1725 into 8. That's what we have to do. So it will be 8000 plus 5600. I'm just multiplying one by one. And 8 into 25 is 400. Sorry, 200. So we add all of them. We get 13,800. So that is the compound interest for the second year. 13,800. And what is the question they're asking? Yeah, what is sum she will get? That means the total amount. That will be sum of 86,250 plus 13,800. So she will be getting 1,50,000 rupees when you add all of this. So that's all. 9th and 10th, I'm leaving it to you. So you're going to solve it and give the answer. So in the next video, I'll be talking about the further examples and second exercise 2B. Okay, that is just an advanced part. So it is same basics are all same. So we'll do it in the next class. Okay, so just go through this video first carefully and learn and try to understand. Any questions we can discuss in the live session. Okay, thank you.